Hey everyone. Today we are going over the assignment that we did yesterday, which is the radius and diameter assignment, talking about radius and diameter of circles. And so we're going to go over this assignment because it's very important you know the difference between radius and diameter. And I want you to make sure that you get this assignment like 100% correct. Just so that when we move on to doing other things with circles, when I say radius, you know what that is. When I say diameter, you know what that is. Not all of these are going to need us to use a calculator, but we have our calculator ready to go. Remember that I use Desmos Scientific Calculator, and you can use whatever calculator works for you. You can use your phone calculator. You can use your computer calculator. Desmos Calculator, though, is the one that is going to be kind of the one that you have most often in your 8th grade and 9th grade classes next year. So let's get going. So remember when we're talking about a circle, the radius, remember radius is the shorter word. Radius is a shorter word than diameter. Radius is the shorter of the two parts of a circle. The radius starts in the center and goes out to the edges. Okay, it starts in the center and then goes out to the edge. And it doesn't matter which direction it goes out. It starts in the center and then goes out. Starts in the center and then goes out. It doesn't matter which direction. But here's the deal. A radius is always halfway across a circle. The diameter also goes through the center, but it goes all the way across the center. All the way across from one side through the center to the other side. That's the diameter. So the radius just goes from the center to the edge. It's the shorter one. The diameter goes all the way across. And you can remember, radius is a shorter word. It's the shorter measurement. Diameter is the longer word. It is the longer measurement. Now, here is the key part. Radius has to start in the center. It can't just be a random line in the circle. It has to start in the center. Diameter has to go through the center. Okay, it has to go through the very middle and across to the other side. So that's important when we're talking about radius and diameter. You can have lines through circles that aren't a radius or diameter if they don't go through the center. Okay, so looking at this picture for number 1, have your assignment open and have this video open so you can correct this with us. In this picture, does this show us a radius or a diameter? So we're looking, it starts in the center, goes to the edge, that is a radius. All right. Number 2, does this picture show the radius or the diameter of the circle? So it starts on one edge, goes all the way through, and it does go all the way through the center. It goes all the way. So it's the longer measurement, and that is the longer word, the diameter. Number 3, does this picture show the radius or the diameter? So again, it goes through the center and it goes all the way across the circle, which is all the way. That's the longer measurement. So the longer word, diameter, is what is shown here. Number 4, does this picture show the radius or the diameter of the circle? So I notice that it starts in the center and goes to the edge. It's only halfway across. It is the shorter measurement. So it is the shorter word. It's the radius. If it's only halfway across, it's the radius. All the way across is the diameter. All right, number 5. So I've got a line here and it kind of goes all the way across, but something really important is missing here. It does not go through the center. It's just a random line on this circle. Okay, it does not go all the way across. So this is not a radius or a diameter. This is neither radius nor diameter, so it's neither. All right, number 6. Now we're actually going to identify the radius and diameter. So what is the radius of this circle? So I know that radius is starting in the middle, going to the edge. Is that the measurement they give me? Starting in the middle, going to the edge. Yes, they're telling me that that line is 9 inches. So I can click the answer, 9 inches. Okay, radius, it's asking for radius, and it's only halfway across that they give us, so we get to just use the number they give us, and that's 9. All right, now though, What is the diameter of this circle? It's the same circle. This one had the radius of 9. This one still has the radius of 9. But we're not asking for radius, They're asking for diameter. The reminder here says diameter goes all the way across. So if there's 9 inches here, there would also be 9 inches here. Okay? To find the diameter, you don't just want one of the radiuses. You need 2 of them. So whatever the radius is, to get the diameter, you need to multiply the radius times 2. Since it's not just here, it's also on the other side. So the diameter here would be 9 times 2, which is 18 inches. You can see right here, 18 inches. All right. What is the diameter of this circle? So I have to think, is diameter the long measurement or the short one? Diameter is the long one. So does this go all the way across? Yes, it does. It goes to the center and all the way across. That is the diameter. They're telling me the diameter is 12. So the answer is 12. All right. Now, same circle, same 12-inch diameter circle, but now we're asking for the radius. It's asking for the radius now. So if it's asking for the radius, we don't want the whole diameter. We do not want the whole diameter. We only want half the diameter. The whole diameter is 12. We only want half of that. So to find half of 12 to get the radius, you are going to do 12, because that's the whole thing. We only want half of it, so we're going to divide by 2. Dividing by 2 is the same thing as half of something. So 6. So from here to here would be 6, and from here to here would be 6, and together that makes it all across 12. So our answer is 6 inches. For the radius from here to here would be 6 inches. All right, what is the diameter of this circle? Diameter is the bigger word, so it's going to have the bigger measurement. It's going to be all the way across. Does this show me all the way across? Yes, it does. So I can just take the measurement 20. That's my diameter. All right, again, same circle, same measurement for a diameter. It's 20 centimeters across, but now I want the radius. So I don't want all the way across anymore. Remember, the radius is just from halfway out. It's just from the center to the edge. So I'm going to take 20 and I'm going to figure out what do I need to have. If there was part of it on this side and part of it on this side, what would add together to get 20? There's a couple ways I can do it. I can just kind of think about it in my head, or I can just do 20 divided by 2, because I want to know what 2 parts would add together to be 20. And it would be 10 centimeters. Okay, because this side would be 10 and this side would be 10. Last problem. What is the radius of this circle? Remember, radius is halfway across. So this circle has a diameter of 8, but we don't want the diameter. We want the radius. So I want you to think to yourself, what is half of 8? What 2 equal parts would add together to give me 8? What would be on this side only? What would be halfway only? If you thought to yourself, oh, I'm going to figure it out by doing 8 divided by 2, that's awesome. If you just figured it out in your head, that's awesome too. The answer would be 4, because 4 feet over here and 4 feet over here would equal 8 feet altogether. All right, so hopefully you can go back and correct that and get that assignment up to 100% if you want. I just wanted to make sure we had this understanding before we go into next week's work.